Imagine a bandit, courteous and composed even as he robs you blind. Welcome to the story of Bill Miner, the Gentleman Bandit. This is not your typical tale of an outlaw. This is the story of a man who made a name for himself not just for his crimes, but for the way he conducted them. Ezra Allen Miner, better known as Bill Miner, was an American by birth, but his exploits reached far beyond the borders of his homeland. Born in the mid-19th century, Bill was no ordinary criminal. He was dubbed the Gray Fox and the Gentleman Bandit, nicknames that reflected both his cunning and his unexpected decorum. In a time when outlaws were often ruthless and brutal, Bill Miner stood out like a fox among wolves. His politeness during his heists was his trademark, a peculiar trait that baffled victims and authorities alike. Picture this: a man steps into a stagecoach, not with a swagger of arrogance, but with a nod of courtesy. He'd demand your valuables, yes, but he'd do it with such politeness that you might even forget for a moment that you're being robbed. But don't let his gentlemanly manners fool you. Bill Miner was no less relentless in his pursuit of wealth. His life was a series of heists, captures, and daring escapes. He served multiple prison terms for stagecoach robberies in California, each time emerging only to return to his life of crime. His exploits were many, his audacity unmatched. Yet it was his unflappable, calm, and unexpected politeness that etched his name in the annals of criminal history. But California was just the beginning. Miner's true fame was yet to come. His story doesn't end with stagecoaches and prison bars. No, this fox had bigger game in mind. His next chapter takes us north to the rugged landscapes of British Columbia. But that, folks, is a tale for another time. Be ready to delve deeper into the life of Bill Miner, the Gentleman Bandit, as we journey into his Canadian adventure. Having a past steeped in crime, Miner decided on a change of scenery, and his gaze turned north to British Columbia, Canada. In a new land, he found new opportunities for his unique brand of banditry. Bill Miner, the Gentleman Bandit, wasn't content to simply blend in with the crowd. No, he sought to make a name for himself in this wild, untamed landscape. And he did, by potentially committing the province's first train robbery. Imagine the audacity of such a move. A foreigner stepping onto Canadian soil for the first time, and instead of seeking a fresh start, he plunged headlong into a daring crime. But this wasn't any ordinary crime. This was a train robbery, a feat that required planning, guts, and a certain flair for the dramatic. The exact details of this audacious crime are shrouded in mystery, much like the man himself. But we know this much: Miner wasn't your run-of-the-mill bandit. He was a man of charm and sophistication, who carried out his deeds with a polite demeanor that was as disarming as it was unexpected. However, all good things must come to an end, and so it was with Miner's Canadian adventure. His luck ran out near Kamloops, where a failed robbery attempt finally led to his capture. Brought down not by a lack of cunning, but by a twist of fate, Miner found himself in shackles, his freedom snuffed out like a candle's flame. But this was not the end of his story. No, far from it. His Canadian adventure ended in shackles, but Miner's legend was far from over. Through his audacious exploits and his gentlemanly demeanor, Miner carved out a place for himself in the annals of history, ensuring that his name would live on long after his final curtain call. Miner's story didn't end with his capture, it lived on, inspiring and influencing in unexpected ways. His legacy has seeped into the fabric of our culture, coloring our perception of the outlaw and the Gentleman Bandit. The Gray Fox, as he was known, wasn't merely a criminal lost to the annals of history. He became an icon, a symbol of a certain kind of audacity that's as intriguing as it is daring. The echo of Miner's exploits can be heard in the clinking glasses of pubs and the bustling kitchens of restaurants that bear his name. His legend lingers in the air of a brewery, where every sip of the crafted brew is a nod to the audacity of the Gray Fox. These establishments don't merely pay homage to a bandit, they celebrate the spirit of a man who, despite his criminal activities, was known for his polite demeanor and his gentlemanly conduct. Yet the legacy of Bill Miner extends beyond these tangible memorials. His life served as the inspiration for the 1982 film, The Gray Fox. The movie painted a vivid picture of Miner's life, capturing the essence of his character, the audacity of his crimes, and the charm that earned him the moniker of the Gentleman Bandit. This cinematic tribute brought Miner's story to a wider audience, allowing them to partake in the thrilling yet complex tale of this infamous bandit. The Gray Fox's legacy is not just about his crimes, it's about his character, His gentlemanly demeanor during his exploits, the respectful way he conducted his robberies, has become a part of his legend. It's an integral part of the narrative that continues to captivate. It's this blend of audacity and civility, of crime and courtesy that sets Miner apart. Bill Miner may have been a bandit, but he was a bandit with style, leaving a legacy that continues to fascinate and inspire. From the sunny plains of California to the rugged wilderness of British Columbia, Miner's tale is a wild ride. This man, known as Bill Miner, was not your average bandit. With his polite demeanor and the nickname of the Gray Fox, or the Gentleman Bandit, he left a mark on the history of banditry. During his life, Miner served multiple prison terms for stagecoach robberies in California before moving to British Columbia, Canada. There, he potentially committed the province's very first train robbery. His story didn't end there though, as he was eventually caught after a failed robbery near Kamloops and ended his days in a prison in Georgia. Yet the fascination with Miner doesn't end with his crimes. His legacy lives on, commemorated in various ways including restaurants, pubs, and a brewery, and even inspiring the 1982 film The Gray Fox. His character and story continue to captivate us, reminding us of a time when bandits roamed the wilderness and the line between gentleman and criminal was blurred. In his life of crime, Miner was a gentleman first and a bandit second, and that's what makes him unforgettable. As we delve deeper into the captivating life of Bill Miner, we begin to see the profound influence he has had on our culture. This influence extends beyond the films and establishments named in his honor, seeping into the fabric of our collective consciousness. The Gentleman Bandit persona, with its intriguing blend of charm, politeness, and cunning, has found its way into numerous books, movies, and TV shows, shaping our perception of what a bandit can be. Miner's legacy continues to inspire storytellers who often find themselves drawn to his unique blend of charisma and criminality. It's a testament to the power of his story that, despite his criminal exploits, he is remembered more for his gentlemanly demeanor than his crimes. As we explore the influence of Miner's life on pop culture, we begin to understand why his story continues to captivate us. He was a bandit, yes, but his gentlemanly conduct and charm make him a character we can't help but be fascinated by. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more fascinating stories.